Slaves and laborers worked the fields, while priests, administrators, and craftsmen played roles in managing the agricultural system. Agriculture was closely tied to Sumerian religion. Many deities were associated with aspects of agriculture, such as Ninhursag, the goddess of fertility. Rituals and offerings were conducted to ensure successful harvests. The success of Sumerian agriculture allowed for economic surpluses. This surplus supported the growth of urban centers, trade networks, and development of specialized professions beyond farming. Despite their advanced agricultural practices, the Sumerians faced challenges such as salinization of the soil due to excessive irrigation and the need to constantly maintain and repair irrigation systems. Sumerian agricultural practices and innovation influenced later civilizations in Mesopotamia, such as the Akkadians and the Babylonians. Their methods of irrigation and crop cultivation were passed down through generations. Sumerian agriculture was the cornerstone of their civilization, enabling the growth of cities, the establishment of complex social structures, and the development of culture and technology. It does serve as a testament to the ingenuity and resourcefulness of one of the world's earliest known civilizations. Innovation was in their blood. The Sumerians were a highly innovative civilization, and their inventions and contributions have had profound and lasting impact on human history. We already talked about the cuneiforms earlier. The Sumerians are credited with developing one of the world's earliest writing systems. The Sumerians are often recognized as the inventors of the wheel. This invention revolutionized transportation and allowed for the development of wheeled vehicles, making it easier to transport goods and people. Necessity is the mother of all invention, I guess. Sumerians developed the plow, which significantly improved agriculture by making it more efficient and enabling the cultivation of larger areas of land. This innovation played a crucial role in the growth of their civilization. The potter's wheel was another Sumerian invention that greatly enhanced the art of pottery. It allowed potters to create more symmetrical and finely crafted pottery, leading to advances in ceramics. The Sumerians had a sophisticated numerical system based on the sexagesimal system, which they say that 10 times fast, which is based all on the number 60. This system influenced later mathematical developments and is still evident in the measurement of time: 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour, and an angle has 360 degrees in a circle. Sumerians developed one of the earliest known calendars, which was lunar-based. This calendar consisted of 12 lunar months and was an important tool for tracking agricultural cycles and religious festivals. Given their proximity to the rivers Tigris and Euphrates, the Sumerians developed advanced boat-building techniques and navigational skills. They used boats for trade and transportation. Sumerians were among the first to build cities with organized layouts, including streets and buildings. Their architectural innovations include the construction of ziggurats, massive step temples that served as religious centers. Sumerians made significant contributions to geometry and mathematics, including the concept of geometric shapes and measurements. They used these concepts in construction, land surveying, and trade. Sumerians were skilled metalworkers, working with metals such as copper and bronze. They developed techniques for crafting tools, weapons, and jewelry from these materials. Sumerians made early observations of celestial bodies and developed a rudimentary understanding of astronomy. They tracked the movement of the stars and the planets and used this knowledge in their religious and agricultural practices. The Sumerians were among the first to use clay tablets as a writing medium. This not only preserved their written records, but also facilitated communication and record-keeping in their society. These Sumerian inventions and contributions laid the foundation for many aspects of human civilization, including writing systems, transportation, agriculture, mathematics, and urban planning. They continue to influence our modern world in various ways. Their mathematical prowess was equally impressive. Sumerian mathematics had a significant impact on the development of mathematics in the ancient world. First, we have the base 60 numerical system. The Sumerian number system was based on the number 60, rather than the base 10 system we use today. This system had a profound influence on the subsequent mathematical and timekeeping systems. It's the reason, again, we have 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour. Sumerians used cuneiform symbols to represent numbers. These symbols were inscribed on clay tablets using a stylus. They made their stylus out of reeds, by the way. The symbols evolved over time and included combinations of wedges and other shapes to represent various numbers. The Sumerian number system employed a positional notation similar to our modern system. The value of a symbol depended on its position within a number, with the rightmost symbol representing units. The next symbol to the left represent multiples of 60, and so on. Sumerians were proficient in basic arithmetic operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. They developed algorithms and tables for performing these operations, which were important for various aspects of their daily life, including trade and commerce. Sumerians had a standardized system of measurement for length, weight, and capacity. These measurements were essential for trade and construction. For example, they used a cubit as a unit of length and a shekel as a unit of weight. Sumerians applied mathematical principles to land surveying and geometry. They used geometry to calculate areas of fields, plot boundaries, and establishing property lines. Sumerians created tables of numbers and calculations, including multiplication tables, square root approximations, and tables of reciprocals. These tables aided in solving mathematical problems and making calculations more efficient. Sumerian mathematics played a crucial role in their study of astronomy. They used mathematical principle to track the movements of celestial bodies and to develop calendars based on lunar cycles. Sumerian mathematics had practical applications in various fields, including construction, trade, agriculture, and architecture. Their advanced knowledge of mathematics contributed to the prosperity and the advancement of their civilization. Sumerian mathematical ideas and concepts were passed down to later civilizations in Mesopotamia, such as the Akkadians and the Babylonians. These later cultures built on the foundation of Sumerian mathematics and made significant mathematical advances. Sumerian mathematics, though limited by the base 60 system, laid the groundwork for the development of more advanced mathematical systems in the ancient world. It is a testament to the intellectual achievement of one of the earliest known civilizations in human history. I mean, think about it. They created the wheel and math, all in the same time frame. Sumerians were savvy traders. They engaged in a bustling trade network with neighbors like the Indus Valley and the Anatolia, bringing valuable resources and spreading their culture far and wide. Trade was a vital component of Sumerian society and economy, as the Sumerians were among the first to establish extensive trade networks in ancient Mesopotamia. Here are the key aspects of Sumerian trade. Sumer was located in southern Mesopotamia between the Tigris and the Euphrates rivers. This region was strategically positioned for trade as it connected the Persian Gulf to the north and the broader Near East. The proximity to waterways facilitated transportation and trade routes. Sumerian civilization consisted of independent city-states, each of which engaged in trade with neighboring regions. Cities like Ur, Uruk, and Lagash developed as trade hubs, benefiting from their geographical locations. Sumerian agriculture was highly productive due to advanced irrigation systems. This surplus of agricultural goods, including grains, vegetables, and dates, formed the foundation of their trade economy. Sumerian farmers produced enough to support urban populations and generate excess for trade. Sumerians were skilled craftsmen, producing valuable goods such as pottery, textiles, metalworks, and jewelry. These artisan products were in high demand in trade networks. Sumerian merchants and traders established trade connections with neighboring regions, including the Indus Valley to the east and the Anatolia, which we mentioned before. That is modern-day Turkey to the north and Elam to the east. The Sumerians also conducted trade with the distant lands along the Persian Gulf and beyond. Trade routes extended along rivers, including the Tigris and Euphrates, as well as the overland routes connecting various city-states. Rivers facilitated the movement of goods via boats and ships. Sumerians used boats made from reeds or timber for river transport, and they employed pack animals such as donkey and oxen for overland trade routes. The development of wheeled vehicles attributed to the Sumerians enhancing land transportation. The Sumerians kept detailed records of trade transactions using their cuneiform writing systems. These records documented good exchange, quantities, and agreements. They often took the form of clay tablets, some of which have been preserved and provide insight into the ancient trade. Sumerians traded a wide range of commodities, including grains, textiles, metals such as copper and tin, pottery, precious stones, and timber. Some trade items, like lapis lazuli, were imported from distant regions. Sumerians also used clay tokens as a form of early accounting to keep track of trades and economic transactions. These tokens represented various goods and were enclosed in clay envelopes. Trade facilitated cultural exchange between Samar and its trading partners. Ideas, technology, and religious beliefs were shared along with goods, contributing to the development of broader regional cultures. Sumerian trade was a dynamic and essential part of their civilization, connecting them to neighboring regions and influencing the culture, economic, and technological landscape of ancient Mesopotamia. Yet, as with all great civilizations, the Sumerians faced their twilight. Invasions by neighboring peoples such as the Akkadians and the Elamites, coupled with environmental challenges like soil salinization, led to their gradual decline. The decline of the Sumerian civilization, one of the earliest known civilizations in human history, was a gradual process influenced by a combination of internal and external factors. Sumerian city-states faced repeated invasions and conflicts with their neighbors. The Akkadians, led by Sargon of Akkad, were among the first to conquer Sumerian city-states around 2300 BC. Subsequent invasions by Elamites and Amorites further weakened the city-states. Environmental challenges played a significant role in the decline. The Sumerians relied heavily on irrigation for agriculture, which led to soil salinization over time. Salinization reduced agricultural productivity and, in some regions, rendered the land infertile. Changes in the course of the Tigris and Euphrates rivers disrupted the irrigation systems that the Sumerians had relied upon for their agricultural prosperity. Unpredictable flooding and alterations in riverbeds made it difficult to sustain food production. Sumerian city-states were often in competition with each other for resources and power. This internal fragmentation weakened their ability to defend against the external threats in coordinated efforts. The decline in agricultural productivity, trade disruptions, and the cost of maintaining large defensive walls and armies placed a strain on the Sumerian economy. The decline in the availability of critical resources further contributed to economic hardship. Sumerian society underwent changes as a result of invasions and migrations. The arrival of new groups and the mixing of cultures led to shifts in social structures and religious beliefs. The Amorites, the Semitic-speaking people, migrated to Mesopotamia and established their rule in the region. They eventually came to dominate and absorb the Sumerian culture. The rise of new empires, such as the Babylonian Empire under Hammurabi, marked a shift in the balance of power in Mesopotamia. The influence of Sumer waned as empires rose to prominence. Over time, the Sumerians became culturally assimilated into the cultures of their conquerors and neighbors. While aspects of Sumerian culture endured, their distinct identity gradually faded. The decline of the Sumerian civilization also meant the decline in the production of written records. This loss of historical documentation makes it challenging for historians to reconstruct the later stages of Sumerian history. The decline of the Sumerian civilization was a complex and multifaceted process that unfolded over centuries. While the Sumerians no longer maintained their city-states as independent entities, their contributions to writing, mathematics, agriculture, and culture itself left an enduring legacy that influenced subsequent civilizations in Mesopotamia and beyond. And there you have it, the captivating world of the Sumerians, a civilization that left an indelible mark on the passages of history. Join us next time as we unearth more ancient echoes from the past. Thanks for joining us as we unveiled the history of Sumerians. Be sure to subscribe, rate, and review us on your preferred podcast platform. This podcast was brought to you by Dead to Me Productions. We're hosted on Spreaker, best podcast hosting platform out there. And it's free. Check it out. Anyway, until next time, peace out. Yay!